Hey guys, welcome to Badass Reviews at the Movies, and today I'm here to review the final installment in the new trilogy from the Star Wars universe. It is none other than The Rise of Skywalker. So I have to say I've watched this movie once, and on my first watch I found it to be thoroughly enjoyable. There were some issues about the execution, and perhaps I felt it felt a bit overly cluttered at times, but overall I had a great time watching this movie in the theaters, and it doesn't leave you with much to ponder. In fact, it starts off right like most Star Wars films have. It starts with that crawling text telling us that Palpatine is in fact alive and has been away. And I really did not like that start. It seemed very ham-fisted to just include that and not tell us what he has been doing all this while or something. Going more into detail. But I felt that all of this, especially the beginning of the film, it harks back to what I think J.J. Abrams has issues with from The Last Jedi. I felt that the first half of the film was really intent on course correcting The Last Jedi, and it almost felt like J.J. Abrams was trying to make his own sequel to The Force Awakens and jamming as much as threads as possible, connected threads to Force Awakens as possible in the first half of the film. And then there was also a lot of MacGuffins. I would say maybe 3 or 4 MacGuffins. They have to find something, which is kind of the trope of this movie saga. But I thought something different could have been done. There are a lot of lengthy expositions as well, which I felt is yet again a way to course correct what he feels is a form of deviation in The Last Jedi. And I also really felt another thing. I have mentioned this many times before in previous reviews related to Star Wars titles. I am not what you would call a hardcore fan of the Star Wars universe, the extended universe. I have seen all the trilogy movies. I have also seen the non-trilogy movies, Rogue One, Solo. I've read a few comics. I've not read any of the novels from the expanded universe or the canon or the Legends universe, but I have played some games, and I've seen some episodes from the animated universe, both Rebels and Clone Wars, and I've also seen The Mandalorian. So what you would consider a mid-range Star Wars fans. There's a lot of much more hardcore fans than myself, and somehow I feel that most of them will be divided after this film. Because I felt that there were a lot of scenes which were included to please the fans of the original trilogy. It felt rather obvious it was fan service. I don't like to use that word, but sometimes fan service can be great. It works out, and to be honest, I really enjoyed some of those fan service scenes. Apart from that, there were some things that I really did not like about the film. The comedy was hit and miss for me, ranging with this some great romance back and forth between Finn and Poe, to the downright utter misses with the whole laughing at you scenes involving General Hux, who I thought that the whole General Hux plot, what was the point of that? And the dialogues were terrible. It felt almost B-grade at times. I wish it could have been done differently there. Despite all of this, I think JJ delivers where you expect him to deliver in, where he knows he excels in, and it is none other than the rip-roaring action sequences that he's famed for, and when it comes to the forefront, it blasts out all out. He has gone all out to show as much exciting lightsaber fights finally between two main characters, some excellent space battles, and some really superb sequences overall. I think that in the acting department, Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley were adequate. And there was nothing outstanding, especially considering the year that Adam Driver had. I think this was kind of just sticking with their character, doing their best that they can with the dialogue provided, and so on. I thought that John Boyega and Isaac have a lot more to do here in compared to the Last Jedi, and I thought that the camaraderie between Boyega's Finn and Oscar Isaac's Poe was great. And if I'm not wrong, I heard a lot of voice cameos as well in one pivotal scene towards the end. I'm going to go a little bit more spoiler territory here, so I hope you've watched the movie and then you're listening to this. There are a lot of voice cameos from both the Obi-Wan Kenobis, both Ewan McGregor's and Sir Alec Guinness's Kenobis. There was also, I definitely heard Anakin's voice. I had Master Yoda's voice. I had Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu too as well. And there were a few other voices that I could not recognize offhand. I'm assuming the female one might have been Ahsoka Tano. I don't know. But I'm sure there are a lot of voices from the animated series that I'm sure the fans would recognize. Also, we do see Wedge Antilles in the ending space battle, which is great. I thought that was one of the fan service scenes that a lot of fans sitting around me really enjoyed. There was a huge cheer when Wedge comes on screen. And also there was this one final tribute to the whole trilogy with the twin sons of Tatooine. I think that was some of the scenes that I liked. I do feel, some people have said, is this the best movie of the year? No, definitely not in my opinion. It's far from it. Is it a satisfying conclusion to the new trilogy? I think it could have been a better film had TLJ, The Last Jedi had been, a more connected film to the rest of the trilogy. Although I thought that Last Jedi put out a lot of great ideas, it felt a bit disjointed from the trilogy on a whole. And had it been a more direct sequel to The Force Awakens, who knows? Maybe then, it could have. The Rise of Skywalker could have been a fitting ending bookmark to this trilogy. Some have asked, was this trilogy even needed? I tend to agree with them. It was fun to watch Star Wars on the big screen again, especially with the advances in technology since the prequel trilogy released. And I think I'm kind of glad that the Skywalker Saga is finally over, and perhaps even at I would say that it truly was over at the end of Return of the Jedi. Again, I'm not trying to point fingers or anything like that, but it's just a personal opinion. Post Disney takeover of Lucasfilms, I have to say Rogue One has been my favorite of the lot. So I don't know. I hope Disney moves with more original plots, more original storytelling, a bit more riskier stuff. Removing, I hope they don't do extremes of both appeasing fans or pissing them off. Try to find a middle way. Kevin Feige is coming into the universe, so I hope he can stir the ship in the correct way. I'm hoping to see a trilogy or a series of films set in the Old Republic. I hope Kevin Feige is in charge of that. That's my opinion so far. I think I've watched it only once. I will go watch it again just to feel the end of a 9 film series that has been going on from the first time my dad and I and my brother watched it on VHS, and then my dad brought us to watch the prequel trilogy in the cinema, and the original trilogy and the current new trilogy when my brother and I brought our dad to go and watch it. So it's a nice, perfect circle kind of thing. Overall, I would give The Rise of Skywalker 3 out of 5. What do you guys think? I'm ready for all kinds of comments, knowing the Star Wars fan base. Do sound out below. This has been a presentation of Badass Reviews at the Movies. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do that thing. But most importantly, keep calm and rock on.